Hey everybody, welcome to your lesson on the skeletal system. This is the first lesson on the human body systems, and this is really exciting because you're going to start planning for the health fair. So when you're listening and viewing all of these lessons, think about how you could make this exciting at the health fair and what kinds of things could you do to make this fun. So before we get into the actual skeletal system, we need to talk about what's called hierarchical organization. Basically, it's how the human body is organized, and it's organized in a hierarchy. It's a very, very specific way, and it goes from the smallest to the biggest. So in the human body, the very, very smallest or the most basic part is the cell. Cells are made up of atoms and molecules, and then from the groups of cells work together to make up tissues, and tissues each perform a specific function. Next come organs, and organs are things that are made up of two or more tissues. And then organ systems are a group of organisms, or a group of organs that work together, rather. It should not say organisms. A group of organs that work together to help the body meet its needs. And so then organ systems are all together to form an organism. The next slide you're going to copy into your graphic organizer. So cells make up tissues, groups of tissues make up organs, and groups of organs make up organ systems. And then organ systems make up humans and different organisms. Okay, homeostasis. So we talked about homeostasis when we first filled in your clock buddy for cycle 2, and there was a picture of a balance. So you guys already kind of know that homeostasis means something about balance. You also heard the word homeostasis when we did the introduction to the egg osmosis lab. So we're going to get a little more in depth with homeostasis and what it is as we start to get into the human body and all of its systems. So homeostasis is the body's ability to maintain internal conditions. And internal conditions, there's several different things that means. So our bodies are constantly working to regulate things like our temperature, our blood sugar, our posture, and so much more. But three main things are temperature, blood sugar, and posture. So our bodies can't have too high or low of a temperature, too high or low of blood sugar, and of course we don't want to have terrible posture because that affects how lots of different things work and different systems. So the body's main levels of organization, which tissues, cells, organs, organ systems, they're all working constantly to maintain the balance that's needed for us to survive, and that balance again is called homeostasis. Okay, so getting into the skeletal system. First of all, the skeletal system is made up of strong connective tissue called bones. The functions of the skeletal system, the main functions are that it provides support. It provides support for our whole entire body. Not only does it provide support, but it also protects our soft organs inside of the body. So organs that are underneath our rib cage, like our heart, and our liver. Our liver is actually on the right-hand side, and it's kind of up high near the bottom of your rib cage. It protects our soft organs, and as we get older, our bones harden, and then joints connect parts of our skeletal system. There's two different main types of bone. There's compact bone and spongy bone. The compact bone is the outside, harder part of your bone. So if you look at the diagram, you can see that, the outside part. And the spongy bone is the inside part. It's called spongy bone because it's porous, meaning it's like a sponge. If you put water on a sponge, it would come out the other side, whereas a spongy bone, if you put water on it, it would come out the other side. But if you put water on a compact bone, it would just run right off of it. It wouldn't soak into it. But however, just because it's spongy, it's lighter, but it's still strong. It's still a strong part of your bone. And then there's also two different types of skeleton. There's the axial skeleton and the appendicular skeleton. So The axial skeleton, if you look at the diagram, is in blue. So the function of the axial skeleton is to support and protect. It's the inner skeleton. So it's protecting our brain, it's our spine, it's protecting our lungs and our heart and our main organs. The appendicular skeleton is the pink, and it's our appendages, our arms and fingers and legs and toes. The function is to allow for movement. So the outer skeleton is what helps us to move, and the inner skeleton is what protects us. So overall, the skeletal system is like the frame of a house. It's what supports our body. It's what protects the insides of us, just like the frame of a house protects the inside of the house. Have an awesome